Good morning. Where are we? Good afternoon, good morning. So it's Sanai Floyd here, business breakthrough coach and sales mentor. And in this quick live stream, I want to share with you a quick story to drive home a point that I make quite a lot for those of you who may be struggling to sell your coaching services. So this story goes back some time when I had outsourced the cleaning of my home to a company, and I was really happy with this company when they first started cleaning my home. I was thrilled. It was the results were beautiful. It was like a hotel, they fold my towels and tuck them in really nicely, and everything would be pristine and neatly lined up, and it was just they were perfect. It was wonderful. So I was really, really happy with this company. But on this particular day of my story, I found myself having to write a very strongly worded email to this company. So I'd noticed over a period of time that the standards were starting to slip, but not enough to kind of really grind my gears or get on my nerves or anything. I just sort of thought, that's not quite what it was. And so I just thought, maybe next week it'll be better. So this was over a period of, just a few weeks. But then on this particular day, when I had to write this strongly worded email, when I came into the house to inspect from my garden office, I was actually really pissed off. So what I found myself doing was like fishing glass bottles. So I leave all the glass by the general waste for them to be bagged up and put into to be separated and put into the recycling. But for whatever reason, it was like they couldn't be bothered. They just threw all the glass in the main general waste bin. So I was in there with my rubber gloves on, having to pull out all this glass from the general waste. So it was covered in like potato peelings and crap like that. And so I had to rinse off all the glass. That took me a while. So I was like really annoyed by that. And then going into the bathroom, the glass was smeared. My bedroom, the glass was smeared. So it was really just like they hadn't cared. And then the final, I suppose, nail in the coffin or whatever was as I was going to take my recycling bottles back out, I luckily noticed that they dropped my front door keys right on the drive outside my house. So that showed to me that they were in a mad rush and a mad hurry, and they'd recklessly dropped my front door keys right outside my house. So this was the reason why I was pissed off, and I found myself writing this strongly worded email, as I keep calling it. But what happened as I was writing this email was I started to feel myself getting quite emotional as I was writing it. So I've kept the email, and I want to share with you what it is that I wrote. So this is what I wrote. So I said, you provide a cleaning service, but the truth of the matter is that's not what I'm paying for. That's not the real value. I'm buying time to do what I love, and I'm buying relief to be able to slump at the end of a busy week into my settee without thinking about having to clean my home. So I always had them come on a Friday, so I could slump on that Friday and watch TV or have fun with my family, drink wine, whatever. But it meant that I didn't have to think about cleaning for the weekend. So I wrote, what I want is for someone to care so much about what they do, and that was the experience I had initially from your service. I had a sense that you cared, and some of the finishing touches made me feel like I'd walked into a hotel bathroom or bedroom. So I'm sure by now that you are getting the point of this story of why I'm sharing this with you. You see, your clients aren't paying for coaching. They're not buying your coaching. They're not even paying you for your EFT or NLP or RTT or whatever other modality, amazing modalities that you may be trained in. Your ideal clients, they're not actually paying for any of that. What they are paying for is how it's going to make them feel having worked with you. What they're paying for is what they're going to be able to do as a result of working with you. They're paying for the transformation. So when you can express that and articulate that in your content and your copy, and when you're having your discovery calls, then that begins to create the shift from people saying, no, I'll think about it, and then you never hearing from them again, to, I mean, where do I sign? How do I join? How do I sign up? So I hope you found this helpful, this quick anecdote, and I will speak to you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching.